interview is just so absurd. He says that after he talked about how much he really, look up to Hugh Jackman and how amazing he is, he says, and now that I'm so much bigger than him, I've taken many of those lessons. I've realized that I'm too big to fail at this point, so I just crush my enemies and drink
interference with prospective economic advantage against Blake and Ryan. And there's something called breach of the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing against Blake only. And those claims, are being repled. The judge gave us a roadmap to on how to replete those.
Are you going to get Ryan as well, Ryan Reynolds?
We'll see. I mean, obviously he's a defendant in the case, so of course we're going to notice it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and buckle up because today we are diving into the absolute wildest Hollywood scandal of 2025 so far. Most of you thought the It Ends With Us drama was already insane. You're wrong. It just went full nuclear. Remember when Ryan Reynolds did that interview where he spent 5 minutes worshiping Hugh Jackman, calling him his hero, his mentor, the greatest ever, and then out of nowhere he smirks and says, now that I'm way bigger than him, I've learned all his lessons. At this point, I'm too big to fail. I just crush my enemies and drink their tears while they cry. Everyone laughed. Cute, right? Keep that quote in your head because it's about to become evidence. Fast forward to June 9th, 2025. Justin Baldoni's massive $250 million countersuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their entire PR machine gets thrown out by a judge named Louis J. Lyman. Not lost at trial, not proven fake, just gone, vanished, dismissed on a technicality thanks to California's post-Me Too anti-SLAPP laws that protect sexual harassment complaints from being called defamation. Blake drops a long Instagram post celebrating, saying she stands with 19 women's organizations fighting retaliatory lawsuits and manufactured shame. Very heroic. The very next day, Justin Baldoni and his lawyer, Brian Friedman, come out swinging and basically say, hold up, this wasn't a real win. The judge never looked at the facts. He just hid behind a legal shield. And by the way, we believe someone paid that judge $1 million bribe to make the entire case disappear before it ever saw a courtroom. Yeah, they actually said that. Why bribe a judge? Because if Justin had won, Ryan and Blake would have owed up to $250 million. For them, $1 million under the table is suddenly the discount option. Now here comes the part where your jaw drops. The judge, Louis J. Lyman, has a brother. His name is Doug Lyman. Doug is a producer and director deep in the Hollywood game. He used to own a company called Hypnotic that had deals with Universal. That company later got rolled into Entertainment One, which Lionsgate bought. Universal and Lionsgate have both made multiple movies with Ryan Reynolds. But it gets better. Doug personally directed a political commercial that starred Blake Lively. Doug also has direct ties to Disney, Marvel, Sean Levy, and the composer Christoph Beck, the guy who scored Frozen, The Proposal, starring Ryan, and a bunch of Sean Levy movies. Christoph Beck even did 2 episodes of a 90s sitcom that guest-starred Blake's sister, Robin Lively. Still not done? A few days before the case got thrown out, Blake Lively was photographed having dinner with Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek is married to billionaire François-Henri Pinault. François and Doug Lyman, the judge's brother, are best friends. So let me draw the line for you real quick. Judge Lyman, his brother Doug, best friend François, wife Salma Hayek, dinner with Blake, case dismissed days later. If this was a movie script, studios would say it's too far-fetched, except every single connection is real. Justin immediately files to have the judge removed for conflict of interest. The judge still hasn't stepped down. But Justin didn't stop there. He just filed a brand new lawsuit that names Ryan Reynolds as a direct defendant, not a witness, a defendant. The claims are wild. Tortious interference, breach of good faith, extortion, defamation, intentional emotional distress. They want Ryan on the stand, under oath, phones, texts, the works. Remember Nice Pool in Deadpool and Wolverine? The character who keeps asking, "Where's the intimacy coordinator?" and praises Lady Deadpool for juggling motherhood and feminism? Justin's lawyers sent letters to Kevin Feige and Bob Iger saying that character was a deliberate global attack on Justin Baldoni. Disney is now part of the lawsuit. And the SNL 50th anniversary joke? Ryan swore it was written by the staff. The actual SNL crew said, nope, 100% improvised and rehearsed by Ryan himself. Cue card legend Wally Ferriston confirmed it on radio. Ryan tried to play the supportive husband card in his filing. Didn't work. Justin's team fired back and said Ryan wasn't supporting his wife, he was running the entire smear campaign and trying to destroy Justin's career. Here's my question to all of you in the comments right now, and I really want to know. After everything you just heard, who do you actually believe at this point? Justin Baldoni with the receipts and connections, or Ryan and Blake with the money and the friendly judge? Drop your answer down below. No fence sitting, Team Justin or Team Ryan. Go. This thing is nowhere near over. Depositions are coming, more witnesses are reportedly ready to talk. The bribery claim alone could trigger a federal investigation. This isn't just a lawsuit anymore. This is all-out war, and half of Hollywood has to pick a side. So yeah, grab the biggest popcorn you can find, because the next 6 to 12 months are going to be the messiest public courtroom fight we've seen in years. Let me know in the comments who you've got. Hit the like button if you're shocked. Subscribe and turn on notifications because the second something new drops, I'm on it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.